6 uncommon crops making ordinary farmers millionaires. What if I told you there are farmers making more money from 1 acre than others make from 50? What if I told you that the secret has nothing to do with better soil, better weather, or expensive equipment, but simply growing the right crop in the right way? And the craziest part is that most people have never even heard of these crops. While most farmers struggle to break even on corn, wheat, and tomatoes, a few quiet and determined farmers are sitting on gold mines they planted themselves. These aren't lucky people or wealthy landowners with unlimited resources. These are informed people who made one simple decision to think differently about the land beneath their feet. While most farmers struggle with common crops that barely pay the bills, a few are quietly getting rich growing things that most people walk right past without a second glance. Today, everything changes, because I'm pulling back the curtain on exactly what those crops are and exactly how ordinary farmers are using them to build extraordinary wealth. Today, I'm revealing 6 uncommon crops making ordinary farmers millionaires, and every single one of them has a real market, real demand, and real profit potential that will completely change the way you think about farming. Each crop has its own story, its own growing strategy, and its own pathway to serious income that goes far beyond what most people ever imagine when they think about growing food. And you absolutely have to stay until the end, because the last crop on this list can generate insane income from a very small space, and it might be the most surprising thing we cover in the entire video. Welcome to Silver Sprouts Garden, the channel where we dig deep into plants, farming, and the hidden opportunities that most people completely overlook. If you enjoy learning about profitable farming, rare crops, and the strategies that turn ordinary land into extraordinary income, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Now let's get into the crops that are quietly making ordinary farmers very rich. These aren't your usual crops like maize or tomatoes, and they are definitely not the crops your neighbors are growing or the ones advertised at your local farming supply store. These are high-value, niche crops with growing global demand, passionate consumer bases, and profit margins that will genuinely surprise you. What they all share is this: they reward farmers who are willing to learn something new, step outside the ordinary, and commit to a strategy that most people around them would never even consider. Crop 1. Vanilla, the black gold crop. There is a spice sitting in your kitchen right now that is more valuable by weight than silver, and most farmers never even consider growing it. It is vanilla, and the farmers who grow it well are earning money that most people in agriculture can only dream about. Vanilla is called black gold for a reason, and once you understand why, you will never look at that small dark bottle the same way again. Vanilla comes from an orchid vine called Vanilla planifolia, and outside of Mexico, every single flower must be pollinated by hand, because the native bee that does it naturally simply doesn't exist anywhere else in the world. Each flower blooms for only one single day, meaning a farmer must check their vines every morning and hand-pollinate each bloom before that window closes forever. After successful pollination, the pod takes 9 full months to mature, and then requires another 3 to 6 months of careful curing before it becomes the dark, fragrant vanilla bean that commands extraordinary prices on global markets. This labor-intensive process is exactly why vanilla is so expensive and exactly why the farmers who master it earn so much. High-quality vanilla beans regularly sell for between $200 and $600 per kilogram, and during supply shortages caused by weather events or crop failures, prices have climbed far higher than that. A well-managed acre of vanilla can produce 500 to 1,000 kilograms of cured beans annually once the vines reach full production, which means income potential of $100,000 or more from a single acre of properly managed land. The curing process itself is where much of vanilla's value is created, and farmers who master it separate themselves completely from those who don't. After harvest, pods are briefly heat-treated to stop enzymatic activity, then wrapped and allowed to sweat for up to 48 hours, then alternated between sun-drying during the day and sweating in wrapped blankets at night for 1 to 2 weeks. This cycle is followed by months of careful conditioning in ventilated boxes where flavors continue to develop and intensify into the complex, world-famous vanilla aroma that consumers and food companies pay premium prices for. Farmers who go further and create their own branded vanilla extracts, powders, pastes, and infused products capture even more of the market's extraordinary willingness to pay. A vanilla bean sold raw might earn a few dollars, while that same bean processed into premium extract and sold directly to consumers under a compelling brand can earn many times that amount. The global demand for natural vanilla continues to grow every year as consumers turn away from synthetic vanillin and seek out authentic ingredients, which means the farmers growing real vanilla right now are positioned at the center of one of the most powerful clean label trends in the entire global food industry. Crop 2. Ginseng, the patience pays crop. Deep in the shaded forests of North America, a root is slowly growing beneath the leaf litter that has been valued by humans for thousands of years and sells today for prices that would make most farmers stop and stare in disbelief. It is ginseng, and it is one of the most valuable crops per pound that the world produces. The combination of ancient reputation, modern scientific validation of its health benefits, and extremely limited global supply has created a market unlike virtually anything else in all of agriculture. Here is the absolute key to understanding ginseng's opportunity. It takes a minimum of 5 years to reach marketable size, and the older the root, the dramatically higher the price it commands. Most farmers are simply not willing to wait 5 to 10 years for a crop to pay out, and that widespread impatience is exactly what creates the extraordinary opportunity for the few farmers who are willing to commit to the long game. The supply of high-quality ginseng remains consistently limited while demand from Asian traditional medicine markets, global supplement companies, and health-conscious consumers continues to grow year after year without pause. A quarter acre of properly managed forest floor, planted with ginseng and left to grow for 5 to 6 years, can yield approximately 100 pounds of dried root at harvest. At average market prices of $400 to $800 per pound for cultivated ginseng, and $1,000 or more per pound for wild simulated roots that have grown in natural forest conditions for 8 to 10 years, that quarter acre represents $40,000 to over $100,000 in gross revenue. This is income from land that might otherwise produce absolutely nothing commercially valuable, from wooded hillsides and rocky forest floors that conventional farming would never consider productive. Ginseng thrives in the shaded understory of hardwood forests beneath maple, tulip poplar, oak, and basswood trees that provide the 70 to 80% shade coverage the plant requires. The ideal habitat is exactly the kind of land that most farmers consider unproductive: steep wooded slopes with thin soil, north or east-facing aspects that avoid intense afternoon sun, and rich organic matter from years of accumulated leaf decomposition. This means ginseng farming can happen on land with zero conventional agricultural value, literally transforming a liability into a gold mine. Farmers who stagger their plantings across multiple sections of forested land, adding new plantings each year in a rotating schedule, create a perpetual harvest system where a different section reaches peak value every single year. After the initial waiting period, there is always a section ready to harvest, always roots growing more valuable with every passing month, and always a reason to feel confident about the future of the operation. Ginseng processed into powder, tinctures, or branded supplement capsules captures even higher margins, and farmers who develop direct relationships with buyers in Asian export markets, traditional medicine practitioners, and online health consumers consistently earn far more than those who simply sell raw roots to local dealers. Quick question for you right now, and I genuinely want to know your answer. If you had land available today, any kind of land at all, a backyard, a wooded hillside, a small plot, or a spare room, which of these crops would you try to grow first? Would it be vanilla with its extraordinary price per kilogram, or ginseng with its long-game forest floor gold mine potential? Let me know in the comments right below this video, because we read every single comment here at Silver Sprouts Garden, and your answer directly influences the content we create. And if you are finding this helpful so far, please take a second to hit that like button because it genuinely helps more farmers and growers find this content and discover these life-changing opportunities. Crop 3. Bamboo, the fast-growing money machine. There is a plant on this planet that holds the Guinness World Record for fastest growth that has been used by humans for thousands of years across dozens of civilizations, and that is now at the absolute center of one of the most powerful sustainable materials movements in global industry. Bamboo can grow up to 91 centimeters in a single day, reaches harvestable maturity in 3 to 5 years compared to timber trees that take 20 to 80 years, and after each harvest, regrows completely from the same root system without any replanting required. This self-regenerating cycle is the foundation of one of agriculture's most compelling long-term financial models. The income potential of bamboo comes from its extraordinary versatility across dozens of markets and applications. A single bamboo farm can simultaneously produce large-diameter timber culms for the construction, flooring, and furniture manufacturing industries, fiber for the rapidly expanding sustainable textile and fashion market, edible shoots for high-end restaurants and Asian grocery retailers, charcoal for health product and soil amendment markets, and even carbon credits from the remarkable amounts of CO2 that a mature bamboo grove sequesters every year. Farmers who understand how to access multiple of these revenue streams simultaneously build operations that are both highly profitable and extraordinarily resilient to any single market fluctuation. A well-established acre of mozo bamboo, the most commercially valuable variety with culms reaching 20 to 30 meters in height, can produce 10 to 20 tons of harvestable biomass annually by its third or fourth year of growth. Bamboo flooring sells at premium prices driven by growing consumer demand for sustainable hardwood alternatives. Bamboo fabric, produced from the cellulose fiber of processed bamboo, is one of the fastest-growing categories in sustainable fashion, valued for its extraordinary softness, natural antibacterial properties, and biodegradability. Fresh bamboo shoots, harvested in spring from established groves, sell to restaurants and specialty food buyers at prices that generate meaningful income long before the mature culms are ready for any other use. What makes bamboo especially powerful as a long-term investment is that it compounds in value with every passing year. The root system grows deeper and more extensive, the annual yield of harvestable culms increases, and the farmer's knowledge of their specific grove, its microclimate, its ideal harvest timing, and its best market channels grows alongside the plants themselves. Bamboo farming is one of those rare opportunities where doing the right thing for the environment, building carbon sequestering, erosion preventing, biodiversity supporting groves, and doing the right thing for your bank account are exactly the same decision made at exactly the same moment. Crop 4. Mushrooms, the small space fortune. Imagine growing a crop in your basement, garage, converted shipping container, or spare room that earns more income per square foot than almost any outdoor farm anywhere in the world. Imagine a crop that requires no sunlight, no vast acreage, no expensive heavy equipment, and that can complete an entire growth cycle from inoculation to harvest in as little as 3 weeks. That crop is specialty mushrooms, and the farmers, entrepreneurs, and small-scale producers who have discovered their extraordinary economics are among the most quietly successful agricultural producers on the planet right now. The specialty mushrooms generating the greatest income are the varieties that simply cannot be found at conventional grocery stores. Lion's mane, with its striking white cascading appearance and remarkable brain health research behind it. Oyster mushrooms in colors ranging from pearl white to golden yellow to deep purple. Reishi with its ancient reputation as the mushroom of immortality and its powerful immune-modulating compounds. Shiitake grown on hardwood substrate with the rich umami depth that professional chefs seek, and king trumpet mushrooms prized for their meaty texture and extraordinary shelf life. Each variety serves a slightly different market segment, and farmers who grow multiple species simultaneously access multiple buyer groups and spread their risk intelligently. A dedicated growing space of just 200 square feet, properly set up with humidity control, fresh air exchange, and temperature management, can produce 200 to 400 pounds of premium fresh mushrooms per month. At farmers market and direct restaurant sale prices of $15 to $25 per pound, that 200 square foot space generates between $3,000 and $10,000 of monthly revenue, which is between $36,000 and $120,000 annually from a room no larger than a small bedroom. Scale that operation to 1,000 square feet with multiple species and multiple market channels, and the income potential climbs into territory that most conventional farmers with many acres of land will never achieve. The value-added processing opportunity in mushrooms is where the operation truly transforms into something exceptional. Reicher and Lyon's main dual extract tinctures, made by extracting beneficial compounds in both hot water and alcohol, sell for $30 to $60 for small bottles representing a month's supply. Mushroom coffee blends, combining instant coffee with powdered mushroom extracts, have become a mainstream health product category with passionate, loyal consumers. Mushroom protein powders, capsules, and functional food ingredients sell to supplement companies at prices that reflect enormous markup over raw mushroom material. Farmers who grow the mushrooms, process them into finished products, and sell directly to consumers through online stores, farmers markets, and health food retailers capture the full margin of the retail price at every stage and build brands with genuine lasting value. Crop 5. Black garlic, the value-added gold mine. Take one of the most common, most ordinary, most widely grown crops in the entire world, the one that every single farmer knows and every consumer recognizes, and through a single carefully controlled transformation process, turn it into something that sells for 5 to 10 times its original price, attracts passionate culinary enthusiasts, earns placement in Michelin-starred restaurants, and builds customer loyalty that most food brands can only dream about. That is the story of black garlic, and it is one of the most accessible, most actionable, and most overlooked value-added opportunities available to any farmer or food entrepreneur today. Whole heads of regular garlic are placed in a temperature and humidity-controlled environment at approximately 140 to 165 degrees Fahrenheit for 3 to 4 weeks, and what emerges from that process is transformed in every possible way. The white cloves turn completely jet black. The sharp, aggressive raw garlic pungency disappears entirely. In its place develops a flavor of extraordinary complexity, deep notes of balsamic vinegar, molasses, tamarind, and savory umami richness that food writers consistently describe as one of the most surprising and delicious things they have ever encountered. The texture becomes soft, almost jammy, yielding gently and spreading like a paste, making it extraordinarily versatile in both professional and home kitchens. Beyond its remarkable flavor transformation, black garlic's nutritional profile improves significantly during the fermentation process. Its antioxidant content increases substantially compared to raw garlic. The compound S-L-cysteine, associated with cardiovascular support, becomes more bioavailable. The harsh sulfur compounds that cause digestive discomfort in sensitive individuals are modified into gentler forms. This combination of extraordinary culinary appeal and genuine health benefits gives black garlic the rare dual positioning that lets farmers market it simultaneously to gourmet food enthusiasts, professional chefs, and health-conscious consumers, 3 completely different audiences with significant spending power. The financial transformation mirrors the physical one almost perfectly. Fresh white garlic costs $1 to $3 per pound to produce or source as raw material. Finished premium black garlic sells consistently for $8 to $25 per pound through direct channels, with individual heads retailing for $3 to $8 each in specialty stores and online. A farmer producing 500 pounds of finished black garlic per month from a small dedicated fermentation space, using equipment available for a few $1,000s of initial investment, generates $4,000 to $12,000 in monthly revenue. Garlic farmers who adopt this strategy escape the commodity pricing trap permanently, entering a premium market where their knowledge, consistency, and brand story determine their price rather than global commodity forces they have no control over. Crop 6. Sacha Inchi and Quinoa, the superfood goldmine. Pay very close attention right now, because this is the crop we promised would surprise you the most, the one generating the most excitement among forward-thinking farmers worldwide, and the one that represents perhaps the single greatest convergence of consumer demand, nutritional science, environmental sustainability, and agricultural opportunity available anywhere in the world today. Sacha Inchi and Quinoa are ancient Andean superfoods that have erupted from regional obscurity into global phenomena, featured in elite fitness facilities, recommended by leading nutritionists, stocked by premium retailers everywhere, and still significantly underproduced relative to the demand that continues to build every single year. Sacha Inchi, the climbing vine native to the Amazon that produces elegant star-shaped seed pods, contains one of the highest concentrations of omega-3 fatty acids found in any plant food on Earth. With approximately 27% complete protein containing all 9 essential amino acids, significant vitamin E content, and a nutritional omega-3 to omega-6 ratio that researchers describe as nearly ideal for human health, Sacha Inchi seeds offer something that the global health food market has been searching for: a plant-based, sustainably grown, complete nutritional powerhouse that serves both the food and the cosmetic industries simultaneously. Cold-pressed Sacha Inchi oil, rich in omega-3 and vitamin E, sells for $40 to $60 per liter to health food consumers and is increasingly formulated into premium natural skincare serums and moisturizers by beauty brands willing to pay significant prices for authentic, traceable ingredients. Quinoa, which the United Nations has recognized as one of the most nutritionally complete foods available to humanity, contains a full complement of all 9 essential amino acids in a gluten-free, easily digestible, relatively low glycemic package that adapts to both sweet and savory applications with remarkable versatility. It grows in conditions that defeat most conventional crops, including drought, poor soil, frost, and altitude, making it one of the most resilient and low-input specialty crops available to farmers in challenging growing environments. Certified organic quinoa sells at premium prices reflecting the clean label values of the consumers who seek it out, and value-added products including quinoa flour, quinoa pasta, quinoa breakfast cereals, and quinoa protein powder multiply the raw grain's value several times over through straightforward processing steps. A well-established hectare of productive Sacha Inchi vines yielding 600 to 1,000 kilograms of clean seeds, processed into cold-pressed oil and protein powder, can generate income reaching tens of thousands of dollars annually from a single hectare of tropical or subtropical land. A 10 to 20-acre organic quinoa operation with direct-to-consumer sales, a branded product line, and value-added processing capability is genuinely capable of producing 6-figure annual revenues from a modest land base that many conventional farmers would overlook entirely. These crops put you at the absolute center of where global food culture is moving, feeding a world that is searching urgently for nutritionally exceptional, sustainably grown, plant-based food, and willing to pay serious, premium prices for exactly that with complete consistency and growing enthusiasm. These aren't just crops. They are opportunities that most people are walking right past every single day without stopping to look. Vanilla, ginseng, bamboo, mushrooms, black garlic, Sacha Inchi, and quinoa all operate in markets defined by genuine scarcity relative to demand, where quality matters more than volume, where story matters infinitely more than scale, and where the farmers who arrive early and produce with genuine care and knowledge earn the kind of income that conventional commodity agriculture simply cannot match, no matter how many acres are planted. The window is open right now, but it will not stay open forever, and the farmers who act on knowledge while most people are still watching from the sidelines are the ones who build the strongest, most lasting positions. You don't need more land. You need better strategy. You don't need to grow more of what everyone else is growing and compete in markets where you have no pricing power and no identity. You need to grow what very few people are growing. Learn it with genuine depth and seriousness. Produce it with consistent care and quality, and market it directly to people who genuinely value and seek out what you create. The right crop can change everything, and that is not just a motivational slogan. It is the documented, repeated, real story of ordinary farmers around the world who made one decision to think differently and built something truly extraordinary from the land already beneath their feet. Every piece of land has potential waiting to be discovered and unlocked, whether it is a shaded backyard, a forested hillside that conventional farming ignores, a spare room in a house, or a small plot of ground that most observers would walk past without a second thought. The farmers earning remarkable incomes from the 6 crops in this video are not special people with special advantages. They are informed people with better strategies, deeper knowledge, and the courage to grow something different. That path is open to anyone willing to walk it. So which of these 6 crops would you start with today? Drop your answer in the comments right now, because we genuinely want to hear your thinking, and your answer shapes the next videos we create here at Silver Sprouts Garden. If this video opened your eyes to even one crop you are genuinely excited to learn more about, please hit the like button and share this with someone else who needs to see it, because these opportunities deserve to reach every farmer and grower who is ready for them. And if you are not subscribed yet, please hit subscribe right now and turn on notifications, because we are constantly bringing you the most profitable, most fascinating, and most overlooked farming opportunities in the world. Thank you for watching, keep growing, keep learning, and we will see you in the very next video.